library families. My name's Kathleen and I work here in the Children's Library at the Bozeman Public Library, and I'm so glad you decided to join me for story time today. I've got some fun things for us to listen to and look at, and then afterwards we're going to look what's inside my bag here. We have these little takeout story time kit bags for all kiddos. First come, first serve. We have 200 of these, so come on in and pick one up when we're open. And I'll show you what's inside this bag for all the kiddos to come and get at the end of our story time. But for starters, we're gonna dive into our story time song. We always start story time with this song, and I hope you know it. If you don't know it, you can learn it and sing it along with me. And we'll do it at every story time, so you'll be able to learn it and sing with me. It goes like this, and we use our hands for the sign language part. Some people use their hands to talk, and this is going to be part of that song. So you can learn two things today: the words to my song and the sign language to it. And it goes like this. The more we are together, 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 the more we are together, the happier we'll be. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we are together, the happier we'll be. That's my favorite, friend and happy. Happy comes from our heart. Our heart is under there. So we go happy and friend. Fun. All right, so today I thought it'd be fun to talk about what animals do in winter. We have some pretty harsh winters here in Montana, and I often wonder, what are the animals doing when it's so cold and windy outside? Where do they get their food? Where do they sleep that's warm? How do they stay alive in those really cold temperatures we get? And I did some investigating at the library, and I found that animals do three things. They either migrate, which means they go somewhere else where it's warm. Mostly birds migrate, butterflies migrate. There are some elk and caribou that migrate shorter distances, but I'll show you a couple of those. So we have migrate, they hibernate. I bet a lot of you kids know what hibernate means. Hibernate means they burrow down somewhere and go to sleep for the winter. Their heart rate drops, their breathing lowers, so they use less energy to stay alive. And the third one is they adapt. Adapt means they change something about their life, their lifestyle, their body, what they eat, how they act, in order to stay in the colder temperatures. So I thought I'd show you. Here's the first one, migrate. Do you see those birds? Those are some geese migrating, and these are monarch butterflies that have gathered to migrate together. They fly all the way down to Mexico. What a long ride. Here's some other animals. Let's see, we talked about the geese migrating. Oh, that's our state bird, the western meadowlark. They migrate. Canadian geese, sandhill cranes. They like to gather and make funny noises in the fields, and then they go together. I love their little song. So that's the migrating, just a few. There's many, many more animals. I'm not mentioning all. The next category, do you remember? Adapt. Animals adapt. Look at this. These are two rabbits or hares. This is their wintertime fur or coat, and this is more the rest of the time. And they change color. Why do you think they would change? They change to hide from predators. Here's another way of adapting. Deer, they usually eat fresh greens and plants, but in the winter they have to eat bark and sticks if they can't find anything above the snow. Here's some other adapters. Raccoons, a beaver, a little deer mouse. Oh, this fox, look at that. This fox changes its coat color too. That was just a few adapters. Now, let's talk about hibernators. Do you see the word hibernators? We have a frog hibernating in the mud, and a bear, of course. See what else? Frogs like to go down into the bottom of a pond underneath the mud and hibernate. Oh, the ground squirrels. Some people call these gophers that live in the little holes. You've probably seen them. They hibernate down in their burrows. Snakes like to hibernate too. They sleep together in a den. And of course, our bears like to hibernate. Those are a few Montana animals that like to hibernate. Thought we'd start with this story called Hibernation Station. Do you hear the rhyme there? Station, hibernation. Hibernation Station. It's written by Michelle Meadows and illustrated. The pictures are by Kurt Cirrus. Now you'll notice in this book, what time of year is it? Looks like it's autumn or fall. The season is autumn or fall. All right, here we go. Fuzzy slippers, warm pajamas, forest babies, and their mamas. Look at the hibernating snakes in their pajamas. That is silly. Show up early at the station. It's time for winter hibernation. They're getting on a log train, aren't they? Look at all the animals. Here they come, getting ready to hibernate. Bats and chipmunks in the middle. Bears and mice from big to little. Now remember what I saw. We adapt. You know, maybe some places raccoons hibernate. I have them down as adapting. There's a squirrel and a good old frog. Groundhogs, turtles, snakes, and frogs slipping into holes and logs. Fluff the pillows. Snuggle in. Oh, I see a hedgehog. There's a lizard. Not bad. Fluff the pillows and snuggle then, but then there's a commotion in the den. A commotion means some noisy something going on. I cannot sleep, a bear roars. My roommate rolls around and snores. I think that's the roommate. I think that might have been that squirrel. A groundhog cries. This hole is too tight. It's dark in here. I need more light. Can you see anybody in there? Do you see what I see? Who's this? Oh, do you see that little mouse in there? I do too. I see a tail. You see a tail right there? Is there anything else funny you might see? I'll let you look at that for a minute. I keep hearing rhyming words too. Let's see if we can find some more rhyming words. Then, uh-oh, trouble near the stream. Ooh, what's the trouble at the stream, I wonder? They all come. The hedgehog babies start to scream. They're getting wet. I heard the rhyme. Scream, stream. Oh, look at this. He looks a little worried. Just when the beds begin to sink, two chipmunks cried, "We spilled our drink." Oh, they spilled their drink. Is that what that water was? I thought it was from the waterfall. And while you're up, we need more snacks. And bring more pillows for our backs. Just then, a frog begins to moan. I'm scared to be down here all alone. Oh, poor frog, there he is. He wants to be with his friends. Come on in, they probably say. I heard some rhyming. Snack back. The bear in charge in railroad caps review their hibernation maps. Oh, they're looking who's where in the train, aren't they? They're wondering if they're going to reseat somebody in a different spot. Come on, Black Bear, bring your shoes. Here's a quieter place to snooze. Gotta move Black Bear so he's not awoken by his snoring squirrel friend. Let's see what other changes they make. Come on, hedgehogs warm and dry. Let's huddle together for a lullaby. Wow, those pictures are fun to look at, aren't they? Lots going on. Come on, chipmunk, sip, 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 nibble, 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 drip, drip, drip. They look happy, don't they? Blankets, pillows, extra snug. Come on, frog. You need a hug. Where's that frog? Did you see him? I don't know that I see him. Oh, there he is, right there. He's with Bear. That'd be a good place for him to sleep. Oh, do you see anyone peeking out of those holes? Climb on top and join the heap. Someone lost their hat. Soon everyone is fast asleep. Oh, everyone's tucked in, nice and snug and warm, aren't they? Oh, isn't that funny? Hibernation Station. We have so many books at the library about animals in winter. I wanted to quickly show you a few. I love this one. This is called Over and Under the Snow. And inside you'll see what little creatures are hiding. Some are hibernating, and look, there's an adapting rabbit, changed its fur to white. Oh, and look at these little mice. There's some hibernating mice under that tree. Can you see them under there? Yeah. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, remember the frogs? The frogs like to sleep under the mud, under the pond, hibernating. So you can come get this fun book. Another fun thing to do in winter is looking for animals' tracks in the snow. You can do a lot of tracking of animals if you go out into the wilderness. Even into your yard, you could maybe see bird tracks and cat and dog tracks, bunny tracks. And tracks tell us a lot about who's been there. You can see, look at the big bear tracks. Big bear tracks. And it shows you. We have lots of different books on animal tracks you can come get at the library. Finally, I want to show you what's in your little bag you can come get from us. So these bags are designed for preschool kiddos. And inside, we've got some fun things. For parents, we've got a little information sheet about how to use this kit with your kiddo. And we've also have something called Winter Bingo. You can read a book and enter this sheet into a drawing for a raffle. So this will be in your kit too. You can read the directions how that works. But inside, ooh, look at all the fun. We can make a little hibernating den. We can make a little winter scene of an animal. So if you look here, we've got some fun moss. We've got some lovely tree pine branches. We've got some tin foil. What could we do with that tin foil? And also inside, we have a little container of Play-Doh. You could make something out of the Play-Doh like an animal. We also have two little cute bears and some gems. Gems might look like pieces of ice from your scene. Got some of these. So I'm gonna quickly make something with my kit and show you. Hold on just 1 second. All right, I told you I'd show you what I made. I made a little hibernating bear, and I went outside and got some snow, and then I used the moss and the tree branches, and I got some leaves and grass, and then I'm pretending that the aluminum foil, the silver part, is a frozen pond. And you could play in there with your little bears. You can go outside and get other things. It'd be really fun to go outside and get more rocks. You could get rocks and twigs and sticks. You can ask your parents if you can bring some snow in and put it in on a tray and have a whole tray out of fun things you found outside that your bear can live in. You could even get some other plastic animals you might have at home, or you could make some, and you could make a little scene. But I have another way to do that. This will give you some inspiration. So I forgot to show you that this is in your kit. So when you come and get your kit, you'll get this wonderful Animals in the Winter sheet. And you can see all these places for things to hibernate. Who might hibernate in a cave, it says? In a burrow. Underneath the pond, in the mud. Who might hibernate or hide or rest in a hollow of a tree or a log? Or a den. Do you remember snakes go in the den? There's also a spot here. This says, migrating down from the mountains. Did you know that elk, they're usually way up high in the mountains, but when it gets cold, they come down lower for food, so they migrate. You could put a picture of the elk here. And then animals, birds flying in the sky. And guess what else? This is what you'll use. You'll cut these out. All these different animals. These are animals that migrate. These are animals that hibernate. And these are the hibernators. These are the adapters, and these are the migrators. And you'll cut them out, and then you'll find a place for them to do what they do in winter. So for instance, you cut out your bear and put your bear in the cave. You might put some of the things that burrow. Let's see, who burrows? Oh, I know what, squirrels, gophers burrow. You could put your frog down underneath the pond. So you can have fun with this at home, and this comes in your kit. So thank you so much for joining me for story time, and we'll have another one in 2 weeks on the solstice, which is the longest night of the year. And I hope you come in and pick up your kits. We'll have them until they run out, available starting today, Tuesday, December 7th. All right, we'll do our goodbye song. I forgot our goodbye song. It goes like this. It's time to say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. We've had some fun and now we're done. It's time to say goodbye. Thanks for joining me for story time. I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.